I gotta start off by saying shipping is a nightmare right now. What's going on, everybody? I hope you have a fantastic day. I know I am, because parts finally came in for the dirt scooter, the street scooter. I haven't come up with a good name for it yet, but the old supermoto build finally got stuff in to make it easier to switch between the two setups. So with the new supermoto, you have to go with a bigger front brake. The dirt bike has a smaller front brake, and I don't want to change that bracket out every time. Easy thing to do. Grab a bigger front brake for the dirt bike tire. Easy enough. It's going to have a little more stopping power. And with that, I want to go ahead and install it on the bike. The other thing is the chain. Now that we've gone with a smaller bracket, I think it was a 50 to a 44, you're losing links. I think it's like 3 links that I lost. And with that, we can't use the same chain for the supermoto versus the dirt bike. So I've got a little tip for you that I'll show you a little bit later. But for right now, let's go ahead and get this bike out and get it ready to set up for the conversion. And maybe we'll see how fast it takes us to convert from supermoto to motorcycle. We might do that on the next video, but for right now, I want to get this set up to where it's super easy for me to switch between the two, and all I need is a couple little things and the bolts and wrenches, and that should be it. Well, there it is. Nice new front brake, the nice big 320 millimeter front brake, as well as my new chain master link. So this is gonna help me keep my old chain. Now my old chain's only got like 5 hours on it, so I'm gonna keep my old chain, otherwise I'd buy a new one. But that way I can, because I had to cut a link off. So we'll go ahead and put that as the link that we cut off, and I can't believe how long it took me to get this piece and this piece. So that was like a week out, and that was 3 weeks out. I ordered this thing a long time ago to try to get it here. But they're here, so let's go ahead. We're gonna start slapping this thing on. Now I think the way that it's set up, I think I want this one on the supermoto. It kind of goes better with the rear, the way that the shapes are. It goes better with the rear than the one that's on there, so I might switch these out. We'll see. Either way, let's get to it. I don't know if you guys have noticed yet or not, but I did a little bit cleaning up in the garage, and we got a lot more room for activity, so let's get these bikes. So the whole main reason I got a new front brake is because of this brake adapter. That brake kit adapter pushes the whole pad assembly out further away from the tire to give you the extra room for the actual brake disc itself. I don't want to go through and change that brake adapter every time I put on a new or put on the dirt setup. So with that, we'll just change the rotor to match this one. That way I don't got to change that out. It will always be set up on the rim over there. You can kind of see it's way bigger than that one, so we definitely have, it'll definitely help us out in the long run. Now with that, if you look at it, the front kind of has these ovals in it, and it doesn't, I mean, it looks great, it'll look fine on the dirt bike, but if you look at the rear kind of has triangles, and it looks more like this setup right here. So I think I'm going to put this one on this tire, take that one and put it on those tires. So that will hopefully kind of match the same. It's kind of the same design on it. We'll see. So here's the dirt tire. And you can see how much bigger that the front brake is compared to the OEM front brake. So we'll go ahead, slap this thing on here. Slap this one on there, that one on here. But you can tell it's definitely much bigger, and I don't want to go through fighting that bracket because it was not fun to try to do that bracket every time. So that will be fun to keep out of the system when I go to switch between the two. So here we go, we've got our 22 and a 10. We'll go ahead and start getting this front loose so we can take this axle off. I'll tell you what, these Warp 9 guys were not messing around when they put this brake on here. I've got them all off except for one, and that last one broke 3 of my 4 bits. I guess we're going to run with this because I'm not risking my last bit. So we'll go ahead, put this one back together, and manage to break the bits and scratch my rim. Pretty excited about it, but it's going to stay the way that it was. Should have left it alone in the first place. Now we know. But we'll go ahead and put these bolts back in here and get the dirt tire set up with the other brake rotor. See how that fits. It's just not a good time when you break your bit and scratch your rim. Can't believe it. Go ahead and put a little blue Loctite on these because we don't want to come back out. And put this rim on. There we go. Well, there it is. I don't have the wheel spacers on here. They're still on the street setup because I still want to run the street setup for right now. But it looks like everything clears, so that's always a good thing. Okay, let's put the street setup back on it. Well, it was a little bit of a win, a little bit of a fail. Either way, we can still use the bike. Doesn't affect anything. We just got some scratches on our brand new paint. But it is what it is. We'll live with it. Not the end of the world. With that, I'm going to get out of here. You enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to enjoy mine. We'll talk about the chain on the next video. When we go ahead and I'll do try to do the whole conversion. We'll talk about it then. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. You enjoy the rest of your day. I know I am. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.